Long time no see.
Can I help you?
Are you interested in those kind of books? I like those too. I used to dream about a different world. Suguru, it's you. I'm sorry about the last time we saw each other. I wasn't lying about it.
Huh? After he came back from being spirited away, strange things started happening around him. In elementary school, there were things like the bullies getting hurt after they would tease him, or a sudden popping of a light bulb at school. You know the way I'm talking about. But lately it's been very different than that.
Like a curse?
When he was in the 7th grade, there was this kid who kept bugging him about his disappearance. The kid got hit by a car and was killed. Another kid that teased him broke his neck and died during gym class. And last summer, a group of kids started saying they saw a white hand in the school pool. Not long after that, one of them died in the pool.
And you think your brother had something to do with it?
I don't want to be thinking that, because he is my big brother. But I'm afraid it might harm you too.
There is a mountain that is called Kori in Mount Ho. It is believed to be the place where the dead reside.
Because he couldn't stand being apart from Lord Gyoso, Taiki chose him as the king without receiving a revelation. And on the day of the Tenchoku, the heavens would surely punish Lord Gyoso. At least that is what Taiki believed.
When I see the Taiho, he makes me feel like I have somehow deceived him. I wonder if he is dissatisfied with how I am acting as the king.
The Taiho must be feeling sad thinking about the day when he will have to leave Mount Ho. He came here from Horai, and after becoming accustomed to living here, he is faced with having to move again.
I see.
The preparations for the Tenchoku have finally been completed. Your hair still seems a bit too short to me. Don't forget that you're an exquisite Kirin that is one of a kind. You must take the time to look after your beautiful mane. So please refrain from cutting your hair.
Did you see me transform?
Yes, I was so happy to see you were able to do so.
Yoka, do you think
Lord Gyoso is a very worthy king. And it is clear because so many good things have been happening here recently. Oh, Taiki. Please take good care of yourself.
I'm sorry.
King Tai and Tai Taiho, my wishes are simple. May you both be blessed with wonderful health.
The heavens will be enraged.
In the beginning, there were 9 provinces and 4 nations. Those who governed the lands knew the law of reason. Nonetheless, they showed no respect to their subjects who did not know reason. Those who governed the lands neglected justice, humanity, and the law of the land. Tente was deeply displeased and rendered punishment. The 9 provinces and 4 nations were decimated, and everything was returned to its origin. And a new world was created with reason and discipline. Tente created 13 kingdoms. The Kokai and Mount Ho in the Central Kingdom were entrusted with Seobo. 12 rulers were given to the 12 kingdoms. The rulers were to govern the kingdom with the branch of the law. It was the beginning of the world. According to the general principle, the world should be governed with justice and humanity.
Is that all?
It appears that way. It seems we have just received the Tenshoku. The ceremony is nearly complete now.
Enthroned!
The gate of Godo Palace has been opened!
A Hakuchi has cried.
What is it?
It came to inform us that the Hakuchi in another kingdom has cried out its declaration.
King Tai has ascended the throne. The cry comes from the kingdom of Tai.
After Taiki chose King Tai, they returned to the kingdom of Tai together. The capital of Tai is Koki, and the royal palace is called Hake Palace.
That was the last time I saw Taiki. I had no way of knowing that Taiki thought he had falsely chosen the king and was suffering from such guilt.
What's that you're painting? A dog? No, it's not that.
I'm not really sure. It just keeps showing up in my head and won't go away. I don't know, but I think it's something that's kind of like a griffin.
An imaginary creature again? Why don't you try something different for a change and paint something that's real? Like a still life, your friends, or a landscape, anything.
I will. I'm sorry.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Listen, I'm not going to give you any special treatment. Takasato, don't forget that you're one of my students, and I'm going to keep an eye on you after you graduate. So please, try and open your eyes and observe what's around you. I know you'll be able to paint a great painting.
Kori, something has been troubling you lately. Are you going to tell me?
No, it's nothing.
If you miss the life on Mount Ho and the Nyosen, you can say so. You shouldn't worry yourself so much.
No, it's not that I'm so worried about.
Then what is it? Ever since we have come here to Hake Palace, you have done everything in your power not to leave my side. And although that is quite flattering to me, at the same time, you seem to disapprove of me. Now I am becoming concerned that I may be causing the people of my kingdom to suffer somehow.
But that's not it.
You may go now. Go and try to get yourself some rest.
But I was...
You're dismissed. Wait, go that way.
Keitaiho!
I'd like to congratulate you on returning to your kingdom. I knew that the day would come sooner or later.
Thank you very much, but...
As soon as I received the summons from the King of Tai, I came to congratulate you as I had promised, remember? Is there something wrong?
It's nothing.
It does not seem like it's nothing. The winds here in the Kingdom of Tai are indeed quite cold, aren't they? I know that Tai produces gyoko in large quantities. Nevertheless, tremendous amounts of it are used here on this palace. It's no wonder the civil wars never ceased. Are you not going to sit down?
No, I'm fine.
The King of Tai told me that you were able to make a Totetsu submit as your shirei.
That's right.
You also successfully transformed.
That's true.
I'm sorry to see this. I had always imagined that you would be much more excited about all of that. Taiki. Tell me what's the matter, Taiki.
Taiho, do you ever regret being born at Kirin? Because lately, I've been feeling like
No, that I don't.
Have you ever regretted choosing the ruler you chose?
No, never.
I wish I could feel more confident.
Taiki, are you having some regrets?
I did something that I'm very afraid can never be undone. I didn't receive the revelation when I chose Lord Gyoso to be king.
There was no revelation at all?
There was no sign or anything like that. And I didn't see the Oki around him either. What should I do about this? How can I correct the terrible mistake that I've made? It's all just a big lie. What's going to happen? Will Tai fall to ruin? Is Tente going to punish the king because of this? And what's going to happen to all the people of Tai?
I think it would be best if I leave now.
Why must we dress so formal?
The Kei Taiho has come to visit us again. He says he needs to talk to us about something.
Tai Taiho, I have brought King En and the En Taiho here today.
You brought the King of En? I am pleased to meet you.
Kori, show respect and bow.
Huh?
A Kirin is a noble creature which never takes a bow to anyone but its master. However, the reign of King En has been much longer than that of even King So. You should keep that in mind and treat His Majesty more highly than all other rulers.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
What's the problem? Does the Kirin of Tai have some sort of grievance with the Kingdom of En?
No, not at all.
Taiki, why are you doing this?
I see. It seems he does have something personal against the Kingdom of En.
For your information, there is no formal reason for the King of En himself to pay you a visit before the official coronation. But he has chosen to visit you here today because of a direct request from the Kei Taiho. And this is the way you show the King of En your respect?
I have never been shown such disrespect from a Kirin in all of my time as king. Taiki must bear some form of malice towards En. Or is this something the King of Tai has ordered? Did he tell you not to respect the King of En?
No, he didn't.
Then I'd like to hear the reason. Otherwise, I will take this as a hostile gesture towards the Kingdom of En from Tai.
Taiki!
What's the matter? Can't you even pretend to show a little respect? All you have to do is bow down and lower your head a little.
Cut it out! He's still just a kid. You don't have to take it this far. Don't worry, Taiki. Are you all right?
Is he okay? Help me get him up to the seat.
It's just beautiful how they care for their own, isn't it?
You idiot! You've taken this all one step too far. You're having too much fun being such a bastard.
I had heard that the King of En was known to act recklessly. However, I had no idea just how reckless he could be.
Remember, you're the ones who came up with this idea.
There was no reason for you to be so cruel.
Don't you even know when it's the right time for you to stop?
Well, now you see. A Kirin can never swear a false oath. It's just impossible.
You... As if you know about Kirin. You're just a king.
I suppose I did not explain it all to you well enough. It was a mistake on my part.
People call it a revelation, but it's not a visible sign.
What he says is true because it is not obvious to you when you receive a revelation. There is nothing that indicates a revelation is occurring.
Then what about Oki?
A ruler has a special aura. It's called Oki, but you can't actually see it with your eyes.
Let me share something with you that happened to me. When I met the Queen of Kei, Lady Jokaku, I just knew she was the queen. And at the exact same time, I also knew she was not completely suited to be a queen. She lacked crucial qualities that are required to be a ruler. More specifically, she lacked the skills she would need to govern a kingdom.
Really? Is all of that true?
In my case, I believe that a king was the one who would be responsible for destroying a kingdom. So when I met him, my first thought was that I shouldn't bring him back to this world.
Even though I had my doubts, there was nothing I could do to stop any of it from happening. You see, the revelation is an instinct that you cannot refuse. Even if it were someone you despise, a Kirin cannot resist that person. The Kirin has chosen, and that is the revelation in itself.
But there was something about him that, well, it made me feel terrified inside. Yet whenever I saw him, it made me happy. And I was sad when I heard he was leaving.
It is natural for a Kirin to feel blissful when it is by its master's side. And being apart from its master can make the Kirin feel very sad.
I wouldn't mind a break from my ruler once in a while.
You said you felt scared of King Tai. What you were feeling was not fear, but rather awe. Taiki, you met your destiny, and you were resisting it. By its very nature, the Kirin is a creature which bows down on its knees to no one but its very own master, which proves that you did, in fact, choose the right king.
Yes!
I wish I had known how to explain it better the first time. I look back and still regret it. But that day, Taiki seemed very happy.
Indeed. You do have a way with not explaining things fully.
Your Majesty?
But it does make a very good story, I'll give you that much.
Your Majesty, where are you going?
Keiki, tell me something. You and Taiki were born from that tree, right?
That is a yokai over there. She is passionately guarding the new Ko Ranka.
Oh, I see. What's it called?
That one's Koka. It is the Ranka of the next Kirin for the Kingdom of Ko.
The fact that the Kirin chooses a ruler is itself the revelation. I've delayed the Tenshoku long enough. Shall we do this? First, do not oppress the people, do not start battles, do not collect too much tax, do not make the law too strict, do not sacrifice or sell out the people, and practice your way. When there is peace amongst the people, it makes for a prosperous kingdom. The Tenshoku, it certainly outlines a lot that is pretty much common sense.
Because it is indeed so common, that makes it much harder to follow.
I see. So, Keiki, you told me that the first time that you met Yo, you had a feeling that she wasn't exactly suited to be the Queen of K.
Yes, and?
Did you also feel that way when you met me?
I thought, perhaps...
Perhaps what?
Perhaps she may have the potential to be a very great queen.
I wonder what is happening in Tai right now.
I wouldn't know. However, there is no new Kirin Ranka of Tai on the Shashinboku, so I believe that Taiki is still alive somewhere.
If he is still alive, then where do you think he could be?
He could very well be somewhere in the other world at this time. I hear that the En Taiho often travels to Horai in search of him.
I see. If he really is over there right now, I wonder if it was his wish to return there. I wonder, do you think I'll ever want to go back there again?
Please, Your Majesty.
Perhaps someday I will meet him.
Look, it's the Zuiyun, KK. Remind me what the Zuiyun is again? Sure. The Zuiyun is a cloud that signifies that a new ruler has entered the royal palace, and it is a wonderful sight to behold. Oh, yeah, right. A new ruler has really been chosen.
I heard that Mr. Ikuda hit Takasato. Yeah, and so close to graduation.
You think this is another curse?
I heard he suddenly swerved his car into opposing traffic.
I'm not going! I'll have nothing to do with this! He is not my child! He was switched with a different child when he disappeared!
Mom!
I was scolded by Mr. Ikuda. He told me not to paint imaginary stuff. But this isn't imaginary. I don't know why, but when I paint it, I feel like I can almost remember.
Can't you just forget about it? You don't need to remember any of that stuff anymore. Just try and remember that you're in this world now.
But when I try to remember any of it, it brings me to a place that seems very familiar. And for some reason, I feel like I was very happy in that place. In fact, I miss it so much that I'm hurting inside. And I also feel like I'm forgetting to do something that was very important to someone. Like I broke a promise. And it's lost forever.
Look, it is the black kirin. I understand that it is very rare.
On January of the Wagen year 32, a Koki returned to Mount Ho, and the Kirin flags were raised in the world below. In the summer of the same year, the general of the escort army, Sakugyoso, entered the Kokai through the Reikon Gate. He took a trip of Shozan to Mount Ho, where Taiki pledged his loyalty to him. After he became immortal, he was enthroned as the King of Tai. It was snowing. Heavy snowflakes were falling as if they were sinking in water. The 12 Kingdoms, Episode 21, The Sea of Wind, The Shore of the Maize, Interlude.